bearings. Right, she lived in Södermalm, the hipster, boho part of Stockholm. He put on his sunglasses. Young men with beards and MacBooks crowded the streets. Parents with children in brightly colored clothes, and pale young women with skinny dogs. He kind of liked Södermalm. He bought a coffee at a deli, then hailed a cab. As he hopped into it, his cell phone rang. Looking at the screen, he felt the familiar sense of unease when he saw the caller, his mother. He rejected the call. They would meet soon enough. No need to suffer more than necessary. The next time his phone rang, Romeo Rosie's name flashed on the display. Alexander answered the call from his best friend with a cheerful, "Talk to me, baby," while the capital passed outside the window. Spring had arrived in Stockholm. The morning traffic wasn't too bad, and Alexander could feel the last of the previous night's indulgences being driven out by the coffee. "I just wanted to check if you were okay," said Romeo. If it was 8 in the morning in Sweden, it was 2 a.m. in New York. But Romeo, hard-working, world-renowned chef, never went to bed before dawn. "And why wouldn't I be okay?" Alexander asked, then finished the last of the strong black coffee. You couldn't get coffee like this in New York. Deep sigh, clattering in the background. "Don't you remember?" Romeo asked, his voice that of a man with the weight of the world on his shoulders. "That's right. I called you, didn't I?" He didn't remember why, though. It was a double-edged sword, this drinking to forget business. "You were pretty wasted," Romeo said, his voice filled with disapproval. "But being drunk is one of my best states." Romeo sighed loudly on the other end of the line. "I Googled the girl." "Why on earth would you do that?" asked Alexander. "She's a blogger and Instagrammer," Romeo said, ignoring his question. "I checked her out. She has a huge following, publishes gossip and vulgar pictures. You said you were going to give her something to write about. Did you? Did you sleep with her?" Linda, that was her name. Lusty Linda. Alexander pieced together the remaining fragments of a rather uninhibited night, remembering Linda's probing questions, wincing a little when some of the things they had tried out flashed before his eyes. "I guess I did," he replied, forcing cheer into his voice, and at the same time trying to work out whether he really cared if he was hung out to dry by yet another fame-hungry Instagram account, or anywhere else for that matter. He was used to it. He was prey, no matter what he did. Another deep sigh from Romeo. "Do you take anything seriously?" "Don't be stupid. I'm dead serious about my partying." "You know what I mean." Alexander fell silent, because he did know what Romeo meant. The past 6 months he'd partied harder than ever. Sometimes it actually felt like he was trying to gift the tabloids and social media with gossip. Not that he would ever admit to it. "Alessandro, I worry about you," Romeo continued. "I'm a grown man, and you worry too much," he said lightly. Alexander considered that maybe this time he really was headed off the rails with the drinking and the partying and the women. But staying sober probably meant going crazy. He didn't care much for going crazy. He glanced outside the car. Taxicabs, people, bikes passed by. Street after street after street. Alexander caught sight of the glittering water. "I'm almost home. Can I give you a call later?" he said, not sure he could keep up his show of bravado too much longer. Romeo was a nag and a mother hen, but he was Alexander's best friend, and he cared. Stupid thing, that. Caring. "Just tell me how it feels to be back in Sweden," said Romeo. Alexander looked at his watch. Almost 9. "I think I'm still drunk. I need a shave. I have a meeting with my bankers today,